similarity to the FIDIC standard form of contract. Further, if the members could refer to page 9 of the fact sheet under clause 20.1. If the members are with me.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Arbitrator. Under this particular clause, as can be seen, a force majeure event has been described as an exceptional event or circumstance which is beyond a party's control, one that could not have been reasonably provided against or overcome, and one that is not substantially attributable to the other party. The definition of an exceptional event can also be found under clause 18.1 to 4 of the FIDIC Red Book of Construction Contracts. Members of the tribunal, the English case of Fibula Air Travel versus Just US Air is one where the court specifically qualifies COVID-19 pandemic to be a force majeure event, and the consequent lockdown that imposed a complete ban on construction activities has also been qualified as an exceptional event by the case of MEP Infrastructure versus South Delhi Municipal Commission, which was an Indian case.
Excuse me, that first judgment, what was the year and which court?
Thank you for your question, Mr. Arbitrator. The first judgment that we gave you was Fibula Air Travel versus Just US. This was a Queen's Bench Division decision that was taken by the England and Wales, that was moved on to the England and Wales High Court. The year was this year because it dealt with the COVID-19 pandemic. It was in 2021. Thank you so much.
And the Indian case, and the Indian case is a Supreme Court judgment, or?
It is a Delhi High Court judgment, but it is a very recent one regarding the COVID-19 pandemic.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arbitrator.
And are you familiar with the clause that applied in the English case? Was it similar to what we have here?
Mr. Arbitrator, it was indeed. It was a construction contract. However, that particular contract was not following the FIDIC standard form of contracts, and therefore the clause was not exactly similar. However, the court did make a judgment regarding COVID-19 as a pandemic, qualifying as a force majeure event, and we believe this holds persuasive value to our dispute too.
And can I ask, I'm not familiar with this judgment, under what category of force majeure, if any, did the English court hold that the pandemic fell within?
Thank you for your question, Mr. Arbitrator. Mr. Arbitrator, as can be seen in our force majeure clause also, the various events that have been listed out don't include a health pandemic. However, the court believed that since certain clauses are not exhaustive in nature, which also applies to the current clause, it has not in any way been specified to be exhaustive. And the four primary conditions that have been laid down have been fulfilled by a COVID-19 pandemic. We believe that these primary conditions qualify the pandemic to be a force majeure event.
All right, understood. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Arbitrator.
Did the respondent challenge that it did not come within a force majeure event? What was their response when you sought an extension of time based on force majeure?
Thank you for your question, Mr. Arbitrator. Mr. Arbitrator, that is the very dispute we bring before you. We were not given an extension of time by the respondent. The response was instead an immediate termination of the contract, and they went on to hire a third party to carry on the rest of the contract, which did not give my client enough time to correct or ameliorate the situation or even open a dialogue with the respondent.
And your client gave notice, and your client gave notice in terms of 20.2.
Absolutely, Mr. Arbitrator. This will further be mentioned. For now, if the members of the tribunal could refer to the fact sheet, page number 4, paragraph 11B.
I think your page numbering and our page numbering is different. Just refer to the paragraph because
Absolutely.
you mentioned paragraph.
11B.
So that comes in page 7 for us.
All right. I'm so sorry.
Just
There
go
must have
ahead.
been-
Just
Yeah.
refer to the paragraph now.
It specifies that Ruby developers notified Leaf Green Resorts that we needed to claim an extension for the completion of our projects based on the pandemic. May I move on with my submissions? If
Just
it's
one
okay with-
question from me, please. Did you
Yes,
act in
Madam
terms
Chair.
of 15.1, where you are, which reads that a contractor who fails to carry out any obligation under the contract is required to make good the failure and to remedy the said failure within us? Did you make any attempts to remedy the failure due to this delay? And
Thank
did
you
you
for
do
your-
such attempt within a reasonable time? And what is your interpretation of what is a reasonable time?
Thank you for your question, Madam Chairperson. Madam Chairperson, 2 points to answer your question. First, as you've specified, the name of this particular clause is notice to correct. It also imposes a responsibility